This is No Agenda.
I always go to whitehouse.gov to take a look at our president's weekly speech, which wasn't all that interesting this week.
His speeches are getting worse.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it better.
Basically, I think he lost that speechwriter, that young kid that was a speechwriter that gave him all the good stuff.
Yeah, the Yes We Can kid.
Yeah, the kid had to go back to school.
Yeah. But I always like reading the White House blog, because that's where the new kids are. And this is written by Dan Pfeiffer. I don't know who he is. He may not be a kid. And it was interesting because, you doth protesteth too much, methinketh. So here it says, you can't believe everything you read. This is the homepage of whitehouse.gov. And I think if someone's posting something on the homepage of arguably the most important website in our civil life, this must be pretty interesting. As valuable as the internet can be in helping to spread information, most people know that you can't believe everything you read, and they should check the source before relaying every alarming story they read. This is because the Drudge Report posted something about this. One such story is going around the internets over the past 2 days, claiming that the Obama administration is somehow responsible for the rolling blackouts in Texas that have caused terrible hardship for so many Texans. The source is questionable. The story unquestionably false. And then, and what's funny is in this whole rebuttal, and the idea there is that because of local EPA regulations, they weren't able to either activate or open up more coal-fired electricity plants because a couple of them froze up, I guess. Which doesn't make much sense to me, but okay.
The whole thing is bogus.
So what is it then? Why? Because they have rolling blackouts, literally.
Yeah,
in Texas.
We don't remember we had rolling blackouts in California.
Oh, gee,
during the
that scam.
It was like, it's never going to be the same. We're always going to have rolling blackouts because there's too much demand for electricity. We haven't got enough supply and peak oil and all the rest of it. We can't keep up. It's going to be rolling. People better get used to it. And then they found it was a big scam. It was planned. It was just to scam the public so they had to pay more for electricity. And then once that was revealed, then the rolling we haven't had a rolling blackout in California ever since Schwarzenegger got in office. What changed?
Well, they're saying it's the weather. And this
it's bullshit. It's the same thing. This is a scam from the get-go. And it's probably got something to do with, I bet you when it's finally revealed, of course, nobody does anything about it after it's revealed. Nobody throws all the politicians out of office because they're complicit, because they're the ones who panic the public, like Gray Davis did. We're going to have to get used to it.
So they point to a Tom Fowler written article in the Houston Chronicle. So this is the White House rebuts this with their unquestionable proof by pointing to another mainstream media article where the Houston Chronicle says it's because some pipes froze and they couldn't they couldn't fire up these coal-fired, which of course these are the guys being shut down by the EPA. And did you know that Texas gets all their extra power from Mexico?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and guess who supplies Mexico with their coal-fired plants?
General Electric?
Yeah, bingo. Yes.
Wow, when you listen to the show enough, you just guess these things right.
How beautiful is that?